All right, welcome to The Explainer. Today, we are diving into one of the biggest, most talked about topics on the entire planet, artificial intelligence. We're going to cut through all the hype, all the fear, and get right to the core of what AI really is, where it came from, and most importantly, why it matters to you right now. Look,
Let's just get this out of the way, right? When most people hear the letters AI, this is the first question that pops into their head. And you know what? It's a totally fair question. But to really get to the bottom of it, we have to go a little deeper than the scary headlines. So before we start picturing a world of robot overlords, or heck, even robot assistants, we've got to build a solid foundation. We need to get on the same page about what those two little letters, A and I, even mean.
To really get a handle on AI's impact, we had to start with the definition. And you might actually be surprised at just how far back that definition goes. Believe it or not, this is where it all started. This definition comes from a computer scientist named John McCarthy, who officially came up with the term artificial intelligence way back in 1955. And their goal? Well, it was pretty clear from day one: to build machines that could think.
But what does intelligent really mean when we're talking about a machine? Well, basically, it's about simulating the stuff that we humans do with our own brains. It's things like being able to see and understand the world, recognizing speech, making smart decisions, translating from one language to another, and this is the big one, learning from data. When a machine can do that stuff, it's showing off its AI. And okay, this brings us to maybe the most important thing to get straight about AI. Everything we have right now, your Siri, your Netflix recommendations, even ChatGPT, it's all what we call narrow AI. It's incredibly smart, but only at one single thing. That sci-fi dream of a machine with the flexible, can-do-anything intelligence of a human? That's general AI, and for now, it's still just a dream.
So how in the world did we get here? I mean, this technology didn't just pop up overnight. The story of AI is this incredible journey of huge ambitions, massive breakthroughs, and yeah, a few winters of disappointment along the way. So let's do a super quick trip through the highlights.
The whole modern era of AI, you could say it really all kicks off with this one simple but incredibly powerful question from the legendary mathematician Alan Turing. This question basically set the stage for the entire field. It forced us to ask, what does it even mean to think? And could a machine ever really do it? And you can just see the pace picking up like crazy right here on this timeline. In 1950, the Turing Test was just an idea. Less than 50 years later, bam, Deep Blue beats the world's best chess player. Then, IBM's Watson wins at Jeopardy, showing it gets all the nuances of human language. A few years later, AlphaGo beats the world champion at Go, a game that makes chess look like checkers. And then, since 2022, we hit this explosion of generative AI, where it's not just analyzing stuff, it's creating.
But here's another really cool way to look at this history. Instead of just a bunch of dates on a timeline, we can actually see AI's growth as a series of 4 different technological waves, with each one building on top of the last. So, the huge change is how the machine thinks. The first wave was simple. Humans literally gave the machine all the rules, like if this, then that. The second wave was about letting the machine find its own patterns in tons of data. The third wave, deep learning, gave that a massive boost using brain-like structures. And that brings us to wave number 4, where the AI understands patterns so well that it can now generate completely new stuff all on its own. And that's exactly where we are today. That wave, that's the one we're surfing right now. Every time you ask ChatGPT a question or create an image with Midjourney, you are tapping into a 4th wave, generative AI. This is the technology that dragged AI out of the research lab and plopped it right into our daily lives.
Okay, so a lot of history, I know. But why should you care about Alan Turing or any of these 4 waves? What does any of this actually have to do with you? Well, the answer is pretty much everything.
because knowing this journey isn't just trivia. It's like having a secret roadmap to the future. It helps you see how jobs might shift and what new skills are going to be really valuable. It gets you ready to be part of the huge ethical conversations that are happening right now. It helps you tell what's real from what's just sci-fi hype. And yeah, let's be honest, it'll probably make you sound really, really smart at your next tech meetup.
So if you remember just one thing from all of this, please let it be this.
AI is not magic. It's not some mysterious force. It's the result of decades of brilliant human work built on a foundation of math, data, and pure creativity.
Which brings us right back to the beginning, but now with a whole new way of looking at it. So what do you think? After all this, how do you see AI? Is it a tool we can use, a teammate we can work with, or a threat we should be worried about? The truth is, it's probably a little bit of all three. And figuring out that balance, that's one of the biggest challenges of our time. Thanks for watching.